Good evening, and welcome back, for some of you, to Abyssal Clux for session 6 of our Curse of Strahd campaign. This is the second part of a two-part thing we're doing today. We will be restreaming this episode next Sunday because we are taking a Sunday off because people have lives and things to take care of. But we want to make sure we bring you some Curse of Strahd, so this session will be replayed for next Sunday for anyone who is tuning in. My name is Matt, and I will be your DM for all things Curse of Strahd. A couple announcements to start. We are affiliate status on Twitch, which means you can subscribe to the channel and support Abyssal Clux if you would like to do that. If you have the Amazon Prime, you can use Prime Gaming to designate Abyssal Clux as your one free subscription every single month. So if you got Amazon Prime, why aren't you already doing that? We also like to use funny accents around these parts. So if you would like to join us in drinking every time we inevitably mess up one of those accents, if you're 21 or over, feel free to drink whatever the hell you want. But if you're under 21, you are on the apple juice train, baby.
Grapes only.
That's not
apples. We also like to write down our favorite quotes and moments from the session to use as potential episode titles for when we post these episodes on YouTube. That's right, episodes 1 through 4 are posted on YouTube as of this current moment, and we'll be posting episode 5 and 6 relatively soon. So if you want to contribute to episode titles, feel free to drop some in the chat. And I think that's everything. So let's get back to our players.
Woo!
Hi players, how's everybody doing? We're doing a double session today, so everybody is traumatized.
Long time no see.
I'm emotional.
Speaking of traumatized, I broke her soul 5 minutes ago. It's Rosie.
I'm still playing Lady of Violante, and she's about to cry. Yeah, artificers.
Yeah. He's slightly less broken, but always a good time. It's Anthony.
I'm, for now, Tornir Torvir.
Yeah.
Till we die.
On the other side of the table, I didn't even have to make something up. She's got a handful of grapes. It's Xenia.
Playing Kornzaka.
Yeah, she is.
The no longer completely normal jump hero. I think that's
Whoa.
common at this point.
Yeah.
I've said it
You're
multiple times.
what?
I'm a what?
Wait.
Say it out loud.
Dump here.
Ask yourself the most basic question.
We're not going
What
to
do
Twilight.
we eat?
Join us for the viewing party at the after party.
And he once powered an entire city on a stationary bicycle. It's Mark.
Yep,
Yeah.
And who are you playing, Mark?
I am playing Sabine, the Changeling.
The Changeling. That is right. So, as of last session, our players were preparing for their dinner with the Count Strahd von Zarovich, taking care of some last-minute things in the village of Valaki, including getting Sabine a party dress, and freeing the strange donkey-masked people from the stocks in the town square, which you did pretty successfully with a mixture of absolute horror and misdirection.
Good team.
Before saying your goodbyes to Irina and Valaki for the time being, heading over outside of the town where you were picked up by the black carriage of Strahd von Zarovich and made your way to the castle. The plan was to play into Strahd's ego, show him that you are the interesting people that he is looking for whatever he might need you for. You also are trying to figure out the layout of the castle as much as possible, so for the future, should you ever come back to the castle, you have a better idea of where you're going. You arrived at the castle and entered and came upon Rahadin, Strahd's servant, a dusk elf who seems to reside at Castle Ravenloft and do Strahd's bidding. You also entered the dining room where you found an illusion of Strahd seemingly playing the organ, you perused about a little bit before being joined by the Count himself, where you launched into a discussion about Strahd, about the history of Barovia, and about why exactly it is that he decided to bring all of you here. He let you know that it's not a coincidence that the four of you happened to find yourself all at the rowdy table that evening, and you were specifically picked out for different reasons which he divulged to you to be brought into Barovia. As of this current moment, in the dining room, the door has just opened, and 4 individuals have entered, seemingly to fill the 4 empty places at the dining table amongst you all. So, let's hop back in. Leading the procession into the room is a pale, blonde-haired man with bright gray eyes, who enters the room very flamboyantly.
Oh.
I'm sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry. I was taking far too long to get ready, and well, Anastasia takes forever to get into a gown, and he stops as he sees Amaya at the left hand of the table. He glares at you, fangs protruding from his lips, and looks back at Strahd. What is she doing in my chair? And Strahd says, well, it's hers for the evening. You were late. And Escher says, but it's my chair.
And I'm gonna look at him and just...
Oh. You brought some interesting ones this time.
Crouch. It makes you look scarier.
I can't with this.
You have 2
What
options
are you?
here. You can either kindly move one place over.
No.
There's a place right next to me.
Well, isn't that a good thing that you had 2 options?
You could always just move next to me, Escher.
It's being occupied by Tornir.
You could always move next to me, Asher.
If it's next to me, it's
Tornir,
very
you can
look
move.
at it.
Or I could.
Escher strides over and places his hands on the seat in between you two.
Okay.
So in between you and Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
No,
Strahd,
yes,
then
in
you,
between us,
then
yeah.
then Escher, then Sabine. Because I suppose I can be hospitable for one evening.
For now.
He pulls the chair out and sits down. On your other side, Sabine, is the woman in the red dress with the bone mask.
I love your bones. They're very bony. Please take a seat.
Mm-hmm. And she pulls out the seat and sits down. She sits sort of like sideways on the chair and just picks at her nails.
I don't think we've met.
No, we haven't.
Just checking.
On your other side sits the dark-skinned woman in the white dress, and next to her is the woman in the green dress with the black hair. Strahd says, allow me to introduce my brides. And Escher gives him a look and says, Escher, who I spoke of before, my most recent acquisition, if you'd like to call it that. And Escher says, and his favorite. Strahd just leans over and gives him a smile. Oh god, I wrote names down. Okay. See, now I have to look at my notes.
Well, you're a very lucky man.
He gestures to the woman in the white dress sitting next to Tornir. Ludmila Vilsevic von Zarovich, my eldest bride.
What was it?
I heard him.
Ludmila.
The
Ludmila
white one?
Ludmila Vilsevic von
In white.
Zarovich.
Say.
Booty.
Or that. I guess.
He then gestures to the woman in the green dress. And this is Anastasia Nestova von Zarovich. And to the woman in the red dress with the mask. And that is Valenta Petrinka von Zarovich.
Sorry, you said Volenta, right?
Yes.
Not Volenta.
No, Valenta.
Great.
I didn't realize we were having Polenta, that's her actual name.
Volenta, Volenta?
We've hit about the one.
No, thank you. I
No.
don't eat your food.
No Polenta for Volenta. Set that
We'd
down.
rather eat us.
Give me that idea. God, read the room.
Give it an
And
idea.
so Escher leans over and says, "So, what have you all been talking about? Anything interesting?"
No,
Just shooting
frankly
the
nothing.
gun,
Well,
as it were.
The Count's lovely history.
And Baroque.
Oh yes, Baroque art. I forgot about that.
Baroque
The
art.
art's very Baroque, yes.
Yes, the paintings are quite impressive, I have to say. I've tried to think about redecorating, but it's not a very good idea.
Expensive.
So, how do you all find Barovia so far?
Gloomy, dreary.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's
Given
very,
that I can walk in the sunlight. No.
I mean, it has a very iconic aesthetic. I'll give it that.
Thank
Like,
you.
you couldn't go here and say that's anywhere but Barovia. It's like you take a picture and it's like,
Memorable.
Barovia. Yeah.
Unique. Singular.
One of a kind.
And Valenta from her chair says, "Which of them are we feeding on?"
Her.
Certainly not me.
And Strahd says, "None of them. You all had your dinner." And Valenta just laughs. She goes, "That's right."
Did you have fun? Who did you feed on?
Some stupid woman washing her clothes. So easy.
You're
Boring.
stupid, I mean,
I didn't feel like fighting for my food today.
You don't have to fight for your food, but there is more delicious things than that poor washerwoman in the village. You would know if you had ever stepped outside Barovia's borders.
Oh, as if I did not come from somewhere else myself. Please, do better.
Poor thing. But you've only ever known this life in here, have you not?
No, I just said that I came from somewhere outside Barovia.
But did you come here as you are?
Not quite.
Explain. And I much want to know.
I came here, and I was the most interesting person that had been here up until that point. Besides this...
You were a person and not.
Yes, but I was the most spectacularly interesting person.
But you've never had blood outside of Barovia, have you?
No, I have not.
How does it feel to be dethroned like that? To no longer be the most interesting? I mean, I don't even know. Would you even rank as the top 5 in this room?
most interesting?
Well, before I became Strahd's mistress, I could kill someone with a hairpin in 75 different ways.
That's all?
I know 105 alone. How
Pardon
many do
me.
you know, my love?
You guys
No.
need a hairpin?
Mine is a spring scrunchie, so,
I don't like her, Strahd.
You don't have to.
pardon me, which one's talking right now?
It's Valenta.
Valenta,
Bone mask.
bone mask, yes. So I couldn't help but think, you just mentioned that you were the 4 most interesting people in that Strahd had met in a certain amount of time. and that now you are his bride, so you know blood. He just told us that we were the four most interesting people he met recently, and I can't help but connect the dots there and think that...
He's bored.
Or he just, I don't know, he was bored. Are we getting married to
No,
Strahd?
he's bored. She's boring.
Someone who has never tasted blood outside the Barovia, boring. Frankly,
You're bored me.
Like, are we here to replace you, or are you just expanding the family?
Strahd, why do you bring these absolute bitches to dine with us?
oh,
They have no taste, nor class, and no respect.
I take my where is she sitting?
She's sitting next to Sabine. So she's about as
Like,
far from you
so far
across
away.
the table.
I'm still gonna do this. I pretend to stand up and with my wine glass. Oops.
Throws it across the table.
I'm
Yeah.
in the way.
Half mortal, you know, so clumsy.
I need you to make a dexterity check for me,
Dexterity check.
just for accuracy.
Just throw the wine.
Across the table? Yeah.
All the way across the table to see if you hit her. Yeah.
Roll to Castlevania, this bitch.
Yes, Castlevania, this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that illustrated. I just need everyone to know. When we get character art,
Just-
that
That's the
specific
first
moment.
Just
That's-
Corin
that's the
flinging wine
7
across
feet
the table.
7 feet across, just like,
I'll draw it right now.
oops.
There we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
get it?
What am I
Get it?
really? Dexterity?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Oh, good thing. That is I have been rolling terribly. It's a 9. I have not rolled above a 9.
So what happens is you throw the glass and it spills all over a bunch of the food in the center of the table.
Valenta.
And the last little bit of it reaches the tablecloth in front of her. And she
It's
looks
me.
up at you and says, clumsy too.
Clumsy mortal. You know how it is.
Ugh,
What are you reaching for this? Hear the wine?
Strahd, are you going
That's
to
my
kill
wine.
them or should
I
I?
just take your wine.
There you go.
They're
character
so
art.
boring.
I'm walking around to her.
I think
I'm
I really
walking
like
around
that.
her.
Oh
I'm
my
getting
God.
out of my seat. I'm walking around to her.
Oh my God.
I'm not fucking
And Strahd has just steepled his hands and is just watching this unfold.
Can I give him
I'm gonna walk around to her and I'm just going to lean down very low with my fangs very close to her ear, and then I'm not gonna do anything threatening with my hands. I'm just gonna run them down her like this. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say,
wait, no, wrong impression.
Are you
I
sure you'd
don't
be a
want to
good
kill
bride?
you, darling, but if I did, you would know. And I'm just gonna walk up and just leave her alone.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Why?
Get got.
You're about to get flipped onto this table.
11.
She reaches out and grabs your hand as you're walking away from her, and she pulls you in, closer to her, and she says, "It's okay. I won't even have to tell you when I want you dead. You just will be."
I'm taking out one of my daggers and slashing her throat.
Cool. I'm right next to you.
How did this happen
Can I
already?
zoom the camera?
I'm not doing it deep enough to do any damage. I'm doing
Yeah.
it to
Section
Yeah.
6.
roll an attack.
I got it too deep.
Hey, Tarzan.
I didn't mean to do this.
You know it's bad when you
You didn't think you needed a
Which
concert
part?
stab block tonight, did ya?
Which part did you not mean to do?
Okay, I rolled online because I didn't know what to hit. It's 17.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
It's just a d20 plus my.
Give me just 1 sec, sorry.
Sorry. I'm still learning what
That's
my
okay.
weapons do.
Roll initiative. Alright.
I know what my spells do. I have weapons.
I'm murdered.
Yeah, a 17 just hits.
Nice.
So you take your dagger and you slice across her throat, and she grabs it. Roll damage.
It's a good thing
Okay,
vampires
I'm
are
gonna
so
wait
knives.
as soon as I'm able.
I want
I'm
to do
going
this
to act.
in like real life. Sorry,
Wait.
just a second.
Oh, yeah, rolling.
It's gonna be. It's a 4.
Okay.
Nothing. No, it's nothing on purpose.
It nicks her, and you just see the indent of your knife. She goes, "Oh, that hurt.
A little needle, right?
Just barely, littlest prick. I like you."
This is the respect.
Before anything happens.
I'm gonna. You know what? No.
Oh, keep going.
Does the wound have any blood running from it?
No.
For vampires.
Oh.
Vampire.
All right. I'm.
Still, go for it. No, go for it.
dreams. Go for
Still
the
go
dreams.
for it. Go for it.
Wanna go for the fucked up thing?
Yep, no, 100%.
Yeah. Just gonna lean forward and like the wound.
Yep.
Just walk away.
And she sees you coming in, she stretches her neck up.
Oh.
No.
She wants it.
When you try to intimidate, but it ends up being foreplay.
Kinga, she reaches.
We've all been there.
She
I mean,
reaches
Lay
up,
that one down.
and as you're reaching in, she just puts her hands around your throat. As you lean in and lick her wound, she just gives the tiniest little squeeze. You feel her nails digging into your throat.
How far away are they?
They're
They're
literally
next to
you.
you.
When you're gone through like that whole range of emotions, like, oh shit, a fight. Oh wait, no, it's fine. What the fuck?
She has you by the throat, and as you're licking her neck, she whispers in your ear, "If you want to play just one-on-one, you should let me know."
Strahd is cheating on you. Wait,
No.
can I jib the camera, but like with Strahd?
And that's just an extra flick of my
Yeah.
tongue, and I
Yeah.
walk away. Anyways.
And
I look at Strahd like, can you believe what we have to put up with?
and Strahd with his like, not amused.
Is this like a normal wife thing? Because I don't... Like,
I
not-
just walk very confidently to my seat. Oh, they're around everyone.
I'm gonna hold a
Because I was
hand
on
out.
the other
I'm
fucking
gonna hold a
side.
hand out because you gotta pass my seat.
Yeah,
Probably
fucking
never does
game.
pass your seat.
No, if she goes behind Strahd, she hits
I'm
him.
behind Strahd. Yeah, no, so I'm not.
Alright,
I'm
before
not
you.
gonna do the whole 20-person table.
That's what I was hoping. That's what I was.
I just hook my pinky in yours for like that's it. I was just gonna hook my pinky in yours for a second. No.
At this point, Ludmilla, the woman in the white dress with the dark skin, goes, "Oh, goodness, this is a more eventful dinner than I thought it was going to be.
What did you expect to happen?
I expected you to be more banal, and this would be over very quickly. But good for you. See, I'm not threatened by competition. He could marry all of you, and I wouldn't care.
What do you want?
Like at the same time?
Sure.
What do you want?
What do I want? I don't have any wants anymore.
Aw.
What did you want?
Well, I would love, and I would want to talk to you later.
Strahd says Ludmilla was a most accomplished wizard. An incredibly brilliant mind. She came here because I wanted to see what made her tick. And she did not disappoint me. I showed her things that she would not have been able to learn otherwise. She's all the better for it. Isn't that right, darling? She says, yes, all the better for it. It's been that way for about 200 years.
Did it take any persuading, like it is with Serena?
I don't feel it's my place to speak of Arena. It's an entirely different matter.
Well, we learned much tonight.
I feel like we've been
More wine?
Always.
There
If we're-
are
if we're
several
thinking-
jugs of wine in the center of the table,
Oh.
and you pull out one.
The one.
Either sponsor us or we don't. You don't see
You
this.
can
Oh, yeah,
sponsor
right.
us. You can 100% sponsor us. I know how to make graphics.
I can't pour, so.
Yeah. So the bride in the green dress, Anastasia,
Oh yeah, we haven't heard
gets up and grabs the wine and begins pouring it. She stops by Sabine.
Oh.
Says, "Well, hello there. You're so quiet, huh?
There a problem with that?
Cat got your tongue?
Nope, just don't have anything to say.
Oh, that's too bad.
Not really. Nothing wrong with a bit of quiet every now and then.
Lot going on upstairs.
Oh, I've only been to the ground floor so far.
Where are you from?
Why? Because I sound like you?
Yeah.
Your
And
sisters.
more importantly,
Oh god.
the sound and the name don't exactly match.
I changed my name when I chose to be Strahd's bride.
Even more interesting.
He liked it better, and I didn't like my old name.
The old name being?
Honey, if you want that kind of information, you're gonna have to get yourself hitched.
I'll pass.
That's right, because getting to know our new friends requires matrimony.
Oh no, it's just, I don't really waste time on people that I don't know I'm gonna be spending a lot of time with.
Because you have none left?
Because I have all the time in the world, sweetie.
Oh.
How about me? I have similarly all the time in the world. You might not know me for that long, but you could tell me and I could just very well tell our friend.
Well, knowing that you would just run right back to her, why the fuck ever would I do that?
Why do you care so much about us knowing your name?
Because I don't like meddling little shits.
A lot of cursing.
So you must not like your husband.
Oh.
Just so everybody's aware, she's the least powerful and important person in this room right now. Do you know how I know?
Where she's seated?
I would like to know.
No.
Still.
Do tell, I'm dying to know.
It's the amount of threats she makes. They're not sly, they're not slick, so she's not intelligent by any means. She's certainly something, although I won't say what that is.
I think the word you're looking for is ruthless.
It's stupid. I would say Ludmila is ruthless.
Oh, you did? And I turned to
Romantic.
Strahd. You didn't tell me she was so funny.
She's
I
so
was
funny.
just about to say I didn't know you got entertainment for the evening.
The sense of humor is just out of this world.
Strahd claps his hands.
I'm sipping my wine.
Everyone take their seats. Have we all pecked at each other sufficiently?
I am.
Anastasia is outpouring the wine.
Ah.
I feel like I've been perched ever since
that
the
bitch.
neck encounter, being like, if I need to dive across this table, I will.
I'm like the one aunt at the family reunion
But I
who's
am
tired
so
of
at the same
everyone's
time
drama.
where I'm
Okay, just like, ugh, like eye rolling.
freaky.
Which part?
Everyone drank at the same time.
I am. On this side of the table, I think
Yeah.
we did. So what did Strahd say again?
Strahd says, everyone take their seats. Haven't we all pecked at each other sufficiently?
And I'm just gonna look at Sandy and go, maybe not.
What's that about?
We'll find out later.
Oh, great.
Now, I think that we in this room should all try to get along as best as we can.
Unlikely.
Yes, who don't want to say we can do fun activities. We can talk about past. We can draw if we want to do
And
like
Strahd can keep
draw.
entertaining us.
Yeah, we could have people
Yeah,
do
if she-
do comedy.
If she opens
You
her
stand-
mouth, I start laughing.
Yes. A fool's entertainment is great, Joy.
At this moment, Anastasia leaps out of her chair and on all fours lands on the table in front of Amaya and fangs out. This guy's, I'm right down hilarious, huh?
I'm going
I
to.
just said that.
Charades! We're playing charades!
And Strahd looks at her. Anastasia, She goes, sorry, forgot my manners.
No, I mean, it's not like your husband already hasn't had a taste, so.
Did you?
Whoever
I just, like,
knew
bare my
was,
neck for a
such
second.
An animal.
And Strahd looks over and says, well, I wasn't there if that happened. Shall I now?
I think we
If you weren't being polite.
Well then. I haven't eaten yet.
I sort of glance at my
I'm not backing that on this club, guys.
okay.
Is she still on all fours by a mile?
No. She's retreated back to her seat.
Where is she again?
What's this part of the plan?
She is on the same side of the table as you, the furthest seat from you.
So it's me, Torny, or her.
No, it's you, Tornir, Ludmilla, Anastasia.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to ask Tornir to switch seats with me.
By all means.
Just switch seats and make it look natural. Act like you're reaching for something on my end.
Does Strahd make a move?
Strahd?
I'm not particularly trying to hide this. I'm just saying, like, just make it look like a.
I meant more, we started doing this while Strahd was about to.
Yeah.
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 Wait,
Oh!
Yeah.
like an accident or just that's what?
Let's figure this out first.
Okay. Oh. Strahd pushes his seat back
Oh.
and stands up. He goes over to you and pulls the hair off of one shoulder and tucks it around the other and leans in, fangs out.
How do you look? Wait, hold on. How does she look? How do you look?
Completely poker face.
Can I check to see if that poker face is forced? Like how? Like I want to know like how.
My face come
You
out.
can insight and you can roll deception or persuasion, whichever applies. In this scenario, I won't choose for you.
Ah, that's really good.
My face come out and I'm trying to read Amaya's like whole thing. So am I percepting?
Yeah.
You can also insight.
I am
Yeah.
very
Insight.
concerned.
Insight me, baby.
What I do.
Is that cocked?
Yeah, that was
I
how
know.
that was on the
That's
plate.
fine.
Yeah.
It's an 18.
Yeah.
12.
Y'all both beat it.
Oh, what is it?
I rolled real shit.
What? How do
So
you
what's
feel?
going on?
I don't want intervention.
Oh, you
I'm
don't
definitely
want
not
it.
as calm as I am trying to be, but I don't.
You don't want
But
us.
I'm determined, but not fearful.
So you
Okay,
don't-
I'm
you
immediately
don't want
putting
us
my
to stop.
hand on Tornir. Tornir's just like forearm,
Yeah.
just to very quietly kind of be like, sit down. Don't-
Yeah, like I'm not as calm as I'm trying to exude, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely not like stop it.
Okay.
Panic.
At this point, Valenta like hops onto her chair and is like crouched on the table watching. Ludmilla is poised and interestingly watching. Anastasia pays no attention to this at all. And Escher is giving you the absolute dagger stare that only a jilted gay man can give.
Can we just sidebar?
Jilted game.
Strahd is a bi king.
Jilted
Who knew?
Strahd's a bi king.
Strahd's a
yeah.
bi king.
Strahd the Viking.
We love
I'm
it.
writing
We
that
stand.
down.
Yeah,
He
continue.
look. He has Peloton in the home.
Look, he is
A bi
he
king.
is an eternal being.
Thank
Don't box him in.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, I think faced with eternity, everyone is a little bit gay.
Yeah. Try it. Come on.
Ah,
Come on. What are you doing?
what do you take out?
Strahd leans in, and his fangs just pierce the skin of your neck.
So much damage right.
I don't think it's a damage if it's
And
anything.
he then pulls back. I wasn't sure you were going to let me do that. Very, very interesting.
That's all.
Yes, very interesting indeed. And
And I wipe at my neck and lick it off. Like,
What is with the licking?
There's so much licking.
Wow.
this evening.
ain't that
My
fair?
tongue has been
Licking.
in my mouth
Yes.
this entire night.
licking.
And I have no
My
regrets.
tongue has been in my mouth. This
That's write that down. That's it.
Strahd. So have you two switched seats at this point?
I was about. To
I think you probably did that while it was happening at
Well,
that point.
that's what I was going
I need to use the
make
bathroom.
an
Sorry.
interjection.
Okay.
Do vampires have those?
No.
We have a room that you can use for such
Fantastic.
purposes.
I've just been drinking this wine as I indicate my empty glass.
Ludmilla will accompany you.
Fantastic. Oh, well, I don't know if I need to go in pairs, really.
That wasn't a choice.
Really, Ludmilla out of everyone, not Valenta.
I gave you sufficient time to explore unsupervised.
Unsurprised.
Again, there was unsupervised exploring.
Excuse us
My
for being
lord.
polite.
My lord, would you mind sending Valenta? I do so want to talk to Ludmilla, and I feel like if you waste your time sending this rascal to the bathroom.
Also, I can't go with people watching me. It's kind of a thing.
Well, definitely send someone with him.
She will
like,
wait outside the door. We're not barbarians.
waste Ludmilla.
Watch each other shit and piss in the open.
Well, I didn't know. I don't know your customers.
Everyone write that one down.
This is my first time in the van.
Fine. Valenta. Don't. Well, I don't want to say don't be yourself, but bring her back, please.
In one piece.
As she was before.
And Valenta says, fine. Let's go.
Great. Can I bring this plunder with me?
Sure.
Sure.
It doesn't matter to me.
Cool.
And
I've been eating a lot of plunges now.
and Valenta
Part
hops.
of my plan.
Valenta hops up and goes and opens the door to the dining room and waits for you to exit.
Great. Thank you very much. Could never have opened that door on my own.
So
Can't wait for a classic Mary
I
Gambit.
wanted to pick your brain a bit, and I'm gonna get out.
Do you want to? Yeah, you can get up, and then I'm just gonna scoot over.
Yes. I just wanted to pick your brain a bit about I know we talked about it a little bit before, but the painting, all of this yours.
Mine or one of my consorts.
Incredible. And I mentioned it earlier to Cindy, but I was bluffing to not sign something in your own home.
What need do I have to sign artwork that only I or the people I choose to allow in here will view? I know I painted it.
I'll not have the world see it.
I think that's the point. I don't need the world to see my artwork. That's not how I choose to be known. It's a hobby.
Why did you make this choice then? If you could choose any public perception, you chose fear.
I believe in some instances fear chose me.
You could be beloved by this kingdom,
Mm.
and yet here you are.
Would that I were, but what I am draws the ire of people too stupid or unwilling to understand.
Very defeatist of you.
No, eternity is too large a concept for simple minds.
Believe me, eternity is. Sorry.
No, go on.
No, it's out of my place.
No, eternity is what, Tonya?
Tell me.
I believe Strahd knows well enough.
I want to hear you say it.
Eternity is too short.
For those who don't have to live it.
That's right. Eternity is not enough. To you, maybe. But to others who seek to scar their name into the timeline.
You know what eternity does?
Yes.
You're looking at it.
Yes, and I see it.
Do you see it rotting in front of you?
I see it still there.
Permanence.
Dead.
Not dead. Capable.
Unchanging
Improving.
and permanent.
At least it's still there. There's nothing.
I think
Do you know what death gives? A release.
Enough.
Open.
No.
Enough!
No. Death. Yeah, sure. Death leaves some. Death lets them just be washed away
If
by
you
a
need
thought.
to take this outside,
Oh no.
I suggest you do so.
Tornir gets out of the seat. Tornir starts heading for the door.
Is that
Corin?
the same door?
Corin sits back.
Fine.
Why don't you go take care of our friend for a second?
Your friend.
Make sure he's alright. Corin?
Fine. You got up out of my seat and just followed Tornier and just got out of the door.
That's fine. Go back to the table. We'll talk about this later. Now is not the time.
We were in the midst of the most interesting discussion all night. Why would you quiet that?
You'd have to do a lot more to prove that you're worthy of having that conversation in front of.
I agree. This is a private conversation with private souls, and we got carried away, and for that, I apologize for the two of us.
Would you like to take a walk with me?
Where?
See the wall? See what I see when I look out over the kingdom?
It would be my pleasure.
Well, I don't mean to speak, but if you're taking one, take us all.
I can take you one at a time. It's more meaningful that way.
Two at a time.
Yes, I agree.
I would personally prefer the privacy.
Then I respect Amaya's decision.
Fine.
And before Amaya leaves,
Mm-hmm.
fuck. I thought I had that spell. I don't know if I do. Anyways, nope, I don't. It was one of my options, and it would have been so good to have, but I didn't take it.
Okay, so we're gonna hop over to Sabine for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quick
so it's
question.
in the
Samantha,
bathroom.
quick question. What is polenta made of?
It's just corn grits and water.
Okay. Was there cheese on top?
Yes, there was
Was there
cheese.
cheese? No, in the game. Was there cheese on top of the polenta?
There must have been, because polenta always has cheese.
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
Okay.
Fuck.
So you exit the dining room with Valenta,
Uh,
and she says, "Follow me," and she takes you to. She actually takes you up the stairs in that main hallway, and there's a washroom almost immediately on the landing of the second floor. She says, "Go ahead.
fantastic.
I'll wait outside."
There's something you should know. I'm lactose intolerant, and there was a lot of cheese in that polenta, so
Your frail
Hey,
human
man.
stomach
Hey,
disinterests me.
yeah.
Sorry.
So
Take
I
your
fucked my
time.
stomach, and I'm like, God, does this door lock? I mean, I really don't need to see what's going. I'm just gonna go inside, and before it gets awkward.
I'll be right here.
Great.
Probably gonna shit on me. I feel like.
Okay, are you trying to accomplish anything while you're in the
Maybe make some noises, just to, like sell the.
sell the fantasy?
I
Yeah.
think those noises. What?
Yeah.
No,
what kind of noises?
You just mean like air horns, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, like aggressive noises.
Yeah.
And she's like, if you die in there, that's no fun.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna die in here. I'm just gonna be here for a night. Okay. So, are there any vents in this medieval bathroom?
No.
No. Great. Second question.
Are there any vents in this medieval bathroom? I love it.
Like any medieval bathroom, does the
Blah, blah.
medievalist is not leading anywhere
Is there a hole? Are there holes?
Oh, there's a hole.
Oh,
in the
there's a
medieval-
hole.
There's a hole in the medieval bathroom.
Great. All right, I'm gonna
No.
inspect this medieval bathroom hole.
It is the hole where the excrement goes.
Great. These are vampires, so they don't need a medieval bathroom hole.
That's the smart. I know I was laughing earlier. That's the smartest thing I've heard all day.
It's not as full as you would expect for a castle. You get the sense that maybe there are a couple people living here that are not undead, based on the contents of the hole. It's not empty.
Well,
so close,
get busy
though.
living or get busy dying. I'm going down that hole.
Okay.
You're my hero. You're my
Um,
hero.
You.
You're my fucking hero.
You can tell from looking at it before you do this. You can tell that it is just a dug out, like not dug out, but it's a constructed hole. There's a large pot underneath that collects the human waste. So you'd be jumping on top of that pot.
Well, no, okay, so I'm gonna Black Widow this thing. I don't know if she did this in these movies, but I'm gonna dive down and then before I
Like
hit, I'm just gonna...
spider on the walls?
Spiders! Yes, Spider-Man. Why was that not the first thing I thought of?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Spider-Man the walls,
Okay.
Who
Okay.
had Sandy jumps to just shit on her bingo card?
I'm
Not
not going
me.
into I'm going
When?
above
No
the
one.
shit.
Okay.
Don't talk about
Okay.
Bingo. I'm still upset.
And you feel the spider sort of like skidding around your neck and shoulders as you're doing this.
Is it warning me, or is it like, yeah, heck yeah, let's do this?
It seems to be a little frantic. Like, what is like? It seems confused.
Oh, I would imagine so, but I'm just gonna start Spider-Maning down this tunnel, and
Okay. It's not infinite. Like it ends.
Right.
There's a floor beneath the pot.
oh, fantastic.
Okay.
I'm just gonna find some solid ground,
Okay. Right.
as solid as I can find,
Well,
and just try to find an exit.
It is solid stone.
Oh, great! So there's no
There's no there's no
yeah.
exit
Today
here.
is coming up, Mark.
Simpsons reference.
Cool. Anything else that you would like to do while you are alone?
In the poop tunnel.
In the poop tunnel, in the washroom.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna investigate this tunnel for any
I can't put that on YouTube.
non. For any
The poop tunnel.
I can put T.
I will
can
investigate
put
the poop tunnel for
TPT.
non-poop objects.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
That's fine. I'll take that.
I have
Nine.
such bad things.
No, it's just the chamber pot. It's-
I'm gonna keep going through this chamber pot of secrets, which obviously doesn't have any secrets,
Okay.
and just find some kind of exit.
Okay. Yeah. The only exit is the door you came in.
What the hell? Where does this stuff go?
They empty the chamber pot when it's time.
I thought there was a tunnel.
No.
We don't have like
It's
a...
not like indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
Like,
like England would like castles would have it be like the spire, and then it would come all the way down to like modish things.
Right.
What I think you're
Right. I
going
imagine
for.
that they don't
right?
just like keep it there.
I think because of the lack of
Yeah,
use
from
that
Game
it gets,
Sorry.
this
It's
it's
built for
not
vampires,
acquired.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Was this like a failed side quest?
I think they silo it.
Great. So there is no way for me to get out of this chamber pot unless.
No.
Great.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry for myself. I'm gonna Spider-Man back out,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna open the door.
Okay.
It was worse than I expected. Is there a washroom somewhere here?
This is the washroom. There's a basin. So you go in. There's the hole. There's a basin, and there's like a towel on the
So
wall.
if I were to wash myself,
Mhm.
this would be the room,
Mhm.
and not any other room.
Well, there are other washrooms, but not.
Do you have something that's a bit more? I'm guessing she can smell that I've been in this.
In
not,
the
not-
shit,
No,
yeah.
actually, I'm not gonna say that that's what I did,
Yeah.
but
She's like, oh god, this.
yeah, I
He's
don't think
pretty
this makes
bad.
him cut it.
Okay, little high maintenance, but
I know, but I don't want to go back to Strahd. Like, I could be a future wife of the coolest, most interesting man in the world, but he's gonna look at me and be like, "No, get out." You're on the next. No rose for you.
Okay, don't have a meltdown. If you would like a room that is not designed for excrement, I can take you to just a washroom.
That would be great.
Okay.
Wait, is there like? I don't mean to be so high maintenance, but is there any ventilation there or any like? I need to get this off of me. Like, could we crack open the window or something?
Well,
Otherwise, it's just the smell is just gonna stay in the room, and
there is
people watching this, aren't they?
yeah.
We've done worse.
It's like, well, in the hallway upstairs there are sort of slits for marksmen that give you a breeze.
I don't know. I mean, I've studied urban planning.
I
in-
can get you some perfume if you'd like.
Sorry.
We can go get perfume if you'd like. If you'd
That would
like
be
to start
great.
smelling like shit. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. She takes you to a room on. So you go. So you're up the stairs. There's the washroom's immediately to the right. Let me just verify some geography.
Nice. Washroom room.
Oh man.
Perfume room.
As long as we get away from the poop tunnel.
Yep.
Or the chamber pot of secrets.
Yep.
But
We'll remain
look,
a secret.
I can put that second one. That second one. Come on.
Cool.
They're
So
communicating.
There was a lot of tongue
Honestly, I
action
feel
this
like-
episode.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah.
I feel like Valencia and I are really making a connection here.
yeah. So she's like. So what is it about you that's so interesting that he cares to have you here?
I don't know. I go on adventures and shit.
Do you like kill people really well?
You know, I'm more of a hugger than a fighter. I hug people and to death, and that way I don't have to
So
fight them.
you're a prolific lover.
I have a certain love for the world in general. I think.
That is not what I mean.
Oh well.
I just realized something.
I have been known to love people,
I'm better than you.
It
and
is
they have
interesting.
loved me back.
Oh.
And then we broke up, and there was a whole thing, and yeah.
Oh, so tragedy.
Then a few months, I'm like,
That you have
know
in
what?
common with Strahd, at least. The tragedy.
don't we all have that in common, honestly?
Not really.
No,
I
no.
don't feel bad about most things. So.
Oh, great. That must be so nice. I wish I could wake up and just be like, I like myself. You know?
Yeah, before I became what I am now, I snapped a man's neck for fun. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
It made like the best crunching sound.
Haven't really done
Where I
anything-
took it and I twisted it, and then I heard it, and it was so satisfying.
Well, I haven't really done anything with any men's necks before, but
Oh, that is unfortunate.
yeah, still time.
You must do something special.
Oh yeah, pretty good at poker. I invented it, which is why I'm so good at
An
it.
inventor.
Yep, bit of a trickster, you could say. I do cards. I do birthday parties.
So you're
weddings.
clever.
Yeah.
That is why you're so desperately trying to see as much of the castle as possible, no?
I mean, like I said, I studied urban planning. So this is really my thing.
It
if
is
that
okay.
makes
Most
sense.
people want to kill him too.
What? I don't want to kill it. What? How would you even kill him? That's not possible.
Don't bore me with your excuses. I know most people, when they first meet him, they want him dead because he's an oppressive overlord and he kills people mercilessly and spies on his subjects. But
There it is.
there are many benefits to being on the inside. And you might
That's
come to
right.
see them and you might not, and most likely if you don't, you'll die, so...
So the benefit is like they're not dying mostly.
No, they're not dying, but also being in power, but also... Eternity is kind of cool.
Is it though? I feel like I don't know. I just get so bored. I mean, I don't think that the problem with life is that there's too little of it, but
It's because you're thinking like someone who knows they're going to die.
I know I'm going to die, and I'm fine with that. I just want to do some cool stuff and maybe.
Well, I mean, you don't have to become immortal. You can live here and still die.
No, you can die anywhere.
He hasn't
At
turned
any
the
time.
newest girl.
Sorry.
He hasn't turned the newest girl yet. She's still deciding.
Oh wait, so there's another wife to be?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I.
He's engaged, but she's interesting.
Is she in the castle? Is she like?
Yes, but we don't trust her around guests yet. She's kind of simple-minded.
Have you thought that maybe someone could convince her?
Well, she's going to marry Strahd, so at one point it doesn't really matter anymore.
But wouldn't it be so much easier and wouldn't the wedding be so much happier if she was like, you know what, Strahd, I'm gonna marry you. It's gonna be because I talked to that one person who talked. What I'm getting at is maybe if I talk to her, she would finally understand. Hey, maybe Strahd isn't such a bad guy after all. We can do the marriage, and then everyone's happy.
Well, the wedding is happening, but it just hasn't happened yet.
That you could say that about anything that hasn't happened.
But she's not resisting. She wants to marry you.
Good. So what's the problem?
She's new. She has no experience.
In
Dinners, in Strahd's games, in encountering the likes of yourself.
well,
Wayward adventures seeking glory to kill the vampire king.
oh great. So maybe if I talk to her, that knocks one thing off the list, and
If you want to see the castle, you can just tell me. It's okay.
I just kind of like to see her. She sounds like a very interesting person.
You don't get to see her. That's not my decision to make.
Well,
If he
maybe
wants her,
Strahd
he will summon her.
pick me because I'm a rule breaker. You know, I
That is why.
don't like the law.
I want you to tell me the truth. It will go so much easier for you if you just tell me that you want to know secrets. I like secrets.
I mean, doesn't everyone?
No, some people are boring, and some people want to play safe.
I like secrets. I understand why people have them, but at the same time, I really want to know what this whole castle's deal is. Like, what
Do you want to see something cool?
doesn't involve licking anything because that's not
Only if you wanted to.
cool. Sure. What's cool thing? Point me.
She takes you down a long hallway on the second floor to a set of double doors, beyond which are two really ornately carved chairs sitting on a balcony overlooking the village of Barovia.
Hey.
But you see the lights of the village dim in the distance below you. It's like, this is where Strahd comes to spy on people sometimes.
Wow, I can see a house from here. Not my house. I don't live here, but I can see houses.
He doesn't know that I come up here myself sometimes. Well,
Oh.
he probably knows, but he doesn't care.
Hush,
So.
hush, secret.
Exactly. If you're going to end up here, we might as well be friends.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Otherwise, I have to kill you, and that's not nearly as fun. Especially if you're somewhat interesting.
Yeah. So you just come here to spy on the Barovians?
Sometimes I like to fly from here.
You can fly. That's crazy. No, no one can fly.
Well, I can't fly like this, but I change and I fly.
That's
And
so cool. It's so just so interesting.
that's actually how I found the washroom before.
right. You flew. That makes sense.
It's pretty quick. It takes like 5 minutes. It's very nice.
But the flying or like the
Yeah, the flying from here to the village
sounds amazing.
when I get hungry.
Wow.
Okay, time to go downstairs.
Yeah, I'm kind of bored.
And
Flying part was
she
interesting.
leads you back downstairs.
Great.
You re-enter the dining room. So this is all happening. You guys are seated again.
Yeah, there's been so much, but
Yeah.
Strahd just
So
asked-
Strahd asks
Yeah.
Amaya if she would like to go on a walk.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure.
Toward here.
You can go first if you'd like.
Then I will.
The Count would like to walk with us. It is fine.
I just want to see what's ahead. To be unsure is.
Let the man go first.
Do you want to?
It's not really your place to cut in line.
You could have just said yes, I want to go first. No, I'm perfectly comfortable. No? I'm sorry, I thought.
There's no need to fight for my attention. There's plenty to go around.
Why don't you go with Amaya? Our loveliest.
Shall we?
Lead the way.
And he looks at Ludmilla and says, I don't think I have to explain. Ludmilla says, no, not at all. He reaches for your hand.
What place is it?
It's ice cold. And he pulls your chair out and leads you out of the dining room into the hallway and into the courtyard outside of the castle. So, Lady Amaya Monte, why do you use that title?
I earned it. As I'm sure you know.
You technically earned it, yes. Does it give you a sense of pride?
Not at all.
In another act of sabotaging yourself at every turn. Fascinating.
I confess I am.
Come. He takes you to a door in the wall of the castle. He opens it and you ascend an extremely long staircase until you are standing atop the walls of the castle Ravenloft, looking out over the vast expanse. You see old Bone Grinder, the windmill in the distance, a huge swath of the Svalic woods, the river in the distance. You look in the same direction that Sabine was just looking and see the lights of the village of Barovia. He can see most things from here. And he stops and turns his palms out to the wind in the night and just lets the breeze wash over him for a moment. You would think after all this time, I would cease to feel something when I look out at this place. But no. What do you think of my lands?
Very different from what I'm used to. Quaint, really.
Quaint. You haven't seen much of it yet.
That's fair. But when you're used to endless expanses of sand, all of this seems a little simple.
Yes, an eternity of sand stretching out before you. Nothing on the horizon. Nowhere to go. Except where you've been, and that's not an option, is it?
Of course not.
So then move forward. What is it that you want, Lady Amaya Monte?
I'm sure you have your own perception of what I want already.
Yes, I like to draw my own conclusions. I'd be ill-prepared if I didn't, but it's different when you hear it from the mouth of the person it's about.
What do you think I want?
I think you want it to be over. I think you want a good enough reason to end it all. To cease this painful existence you find yourself living. For someone to just take it all away For some reason you can't do it yourself. Why? Why haven't you just removed yourself from the equation if it's so horrific to be you?
If it's that simple, give me a reason.
I can offer you rebirth. You can cease to be who you were any moment you choose and start over an eternity's worth of time to be anything but the pipe dream of a madman.
And be a mindless whore? I'll pass.
Mindless, come now. You think so little of me.
Anastasia, come on. You'd be embarrassed if I were you.
Why do you think she sits so far from me? She knows of my displeasure.
And yet you
She's
keep her in
too-
your life.
She's too quick to anger. She has her uses.
I'm sure.
She thinks the more people she kills, the more pleased I'll be. And I let her go on thinking of it.
Why let her displease you so?
Because I love to watch people be their own downfall. She thinks she knows what needs to be done. And she will drive herself right off the edge. But there's a timing to it. A science. A cathartic moment at which her usefulness will have long outlived itself, and she a shell of the vibrant person she was when she arrived.
Is this you leading to explain what you really want, or?
No, merely explaining my displeasure. Your securities.
You confess I am?
Why are you so suspicious of what I can offer you? You see what I can do.
Petty illusions?
Catch a
Seduction.
bullet in my teeth.
And yet, you said you hadn't tasted my blood before tonight, so that couldn't have been you, could it?
I didn't drink from you.
You bit me repeatedly.
Yes, I did. You didn't understand what was happening.
A sword and a woman seem too simple for you.
You mean Irina?
Yeah.
I have my reasons for coveting Irina. Have you ever lost someone?
Don't have anyone to lose.
Then I don't think you could understand.
But filling the void with someone who looks like your loved one?
Not looks like. Never looks like. They may share the same face. What's more than that?
And yet your love was with you willingly, wasn't she?
No. Not even Tatiana was with me willingly. But I had her. For a time.
That's enough for you. An unwilling woman, mindless sycophants, and your own sad little castle to yourself. That's enough for an immortal, omniscient being. Borderline omniscient.
Not even close. I want more.
What's more?
Beyond.
Beyond Barovia?
Yes.
I thought you were content to not leave.
Let's just say that I have reasons for remaining.
Reasons to do with your mother's deal?
Reasons that if I leave, who's to say what I will return to without a real successor?
Alright, so get your successor in place and then you could just leave, right?
It's a tempting offer. Are you volunteering?
Potentially.
And what would you do with all of Barovia under your thumb?
Definitely not need to terrorize the people in order to keep it running.
And when they cry out for escape, when they beg you to leave but they can't, when they realize they don't have a soul, or the things that have been put in place here long before your arrival continue.
But after yours, right?
I may have added some things of my own to this place.
Your soul for the kingdom?
Oh, not so simple as that.
Then what? Oh, and now
I
you get
am the land, and the land is me. It is as simple and as complicated as that.
So vacation would be off the table.
Yes.
Oh. Shame.
Yes, but I do have my games. My servants.
But that's exactly it. They're games. You get to live toying with your games. Far away from reality. Far away from anything real.
This is not real enough for you.
This tiny little corner of land that you've carved out for yourself?
No, I suppose it wouldn't be.
I mean, come on, even if you can't leave, or won't, the fact that you haven't found a way to continue conquering outside of this land, even by proxy. How long have you been in charge again?
Did I not orchestrate your arrival?
I didn't say new people. If you have that many people working on the outside, how come this is the first we're hearing of you? How come the great Count Strahd hasn't taken over more and more outside of this?
Because even I understand. To control what you can, and pay no mind to what you can't.
So you admit you have limits.
You might call them limits. I certainly would. I am a brilliant, tactical mind. I am, for lack of a better term, the god of this place.
Of this place?
No other gods turn their attention. That's an accomplishment in and of itself. I have brought such fear to this place that all the real deities have turned their eyes from it. Is that small to you? Quaint, as you put it.
Yeah. Where I come from, we have no need for gods in the first place.
Smart girl. So, what need have you of me that you haven't started blasting away?
I don't need a damn thing from you.
No, just a friendly visit.
You invited us.
You didn't have to come.
I wouldn't want to be rude. It goes against my nature.
And yet every bone in your body screams rebellion.
Let's not pretend for a second that if I could kill you right now, I wouldn't.
And that is what I like most about you. You seek control. Killing me is a feather in your cap, a means of saving the people. Is that enough good to undo the pain?
Of course not.
Shame. Well then, if you have nothing to offer me besides your company, we can return to the others.
A second ago you were asking what I want, and now you're complaining that I'm not offering you?
I don't make one-sided deals. If you want nothing of me, I have nothing to offer you.
Maybe when you're ready to talk about what you want beyond petty squabbles about a woman, there'll be a deal.
I want someone to continue what I do long beyond my existence here.
And what would you do if that were to happen?
I would ascend.
Ascend?
Yes. There are forces at work here far beyond either of our comprehensions. I seek to join them. That's what I do here. Urge myself towards it every waking moment. The fear, the control, the domination. Inching closer, every tortured soul, every lost hope. It fuels me, spurs me onward. Can you comprehend that? That which is much larger than yourself.
Easily.
Prove it.
I walk away.
Head back down the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You don't hear him following you for a brief moment. He follows down the stairs behind you. I'm assuming you're approaching the castle again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He re-enters the dining room with you. Let's wait for Xenia to get back so we can talk about what's been going on in the dining room while that's happening. If there's anything you guys wanted to do.
Speaking of,
Yeah, he's back.
Was the balcony?
yeah.
Was the balcony anywhere near our balcony?
So it wasn't a balcony. They were walking along the top of the wall encircling the castle. Thank you. You would see the wall from the balcony, but
Great.
oh god,
There you go.
better.
Yeah, great. Okay, so I couldn't hear any of that.
No, and you'd already returned to the dining room
Oh,
at this
okay.
point. Cool. All right. What would you guys, if anything, have wanted to do while Strahd and
Okay.
Amaya are out of the room?
Strahd is gone. I immediately sidle up to Ludmila, but not in an obvious. I just switch seats. I bet that's my point.
You're sitting next to her. You switched seats with Tornir already, so
Oh,
you're
okay,
sitting next to
alright,
her.
great.
Yeah.
So, what were Strahd's last words? You know what that means. Something like that. I'm just gonna turn to Ludmila and go, so, how long have you been in the castle?
For the better part of 200 years.
What keeps you here?
It's home.
Strahd says you're a very powerful wizard.
Yes, we have that in common.
And what did he teach you that was different than anything else you've ever learned before?
Have you ever wondered what the future looks like?
Always, is that not the plight of mortals?
Yes, but some aren't as sharply aware of it as others.
Then I would say perhaps no. I think I've always rather lived in the moment. I've hoped the future would be good, but
Well, he would rather know, and he does.
because of your talents.
Not because of mine, but through his own practices and studies, and he imparted some of that knowledge upon me. It's a very generous gift.
For a wizard, no?
Yes.
What could Strahd offer, possibly, that he's more powerful than what he could already do?
He offered me power that I was not capable of accessing, and all the time in the world to become as great as I wanted.
There it is. Time. How interesting, no? When one is offered all the time in the world, what unimaginable futures one finds for oneself. What futures do you imagine, Miguel?
I imagine a future where... Funny. I imagine a future where things are much as they are now.
Nothing changes.
Oh, not nothing. That'd be far too unsettling. But enough changes to mark the passage of time, but not enough changes to upset the balance.
What do you want changed, Miguel? You seem to me a great strategizer, should I say.
I wish for Strahd to have what he wants.
And what do you wish for you?
I have an eternity to figure it out, don't I?
Don't.
I sure do.
Does it not be useful for Strahd to be amused with his little gifts? And you to suddenly be the, shall we say, eyes of the operation?
I do much for Strahd,
Of course.
and for myself, as I see fit.
As you see fit. Pardon me, I think that's quite funny.
Not because he turned me, because he rules this place. I have no agency.
Don't you?
We all in our own right have.
Oh, in your right. You mean in Strahd's right? In Strahd's right, you all have your own agency. He leaves you to your little games, and he hopes that, well, perhaps, or rather, he thinks that none of you can best him. Now, I would be lying if I did not find Valenta an idiot. Truly.
No, she's just a psychopath.
Yes, but Anastasia, truly, her threat at the table, trying her best. Her best is pathetic. Oh, I'm sure she makes an attractive bride for Strahd.
Anastasia's sitting on the other side of Ludmilla.
And I look at her.
Yeah. And she goes, honey, I am so over responding to your absolute petulance.
I don't think she was talking to you.
I was not. Here's the thing with Mila. She was a little child, is she not?
Not as petulant as Escher, although he's hardly spoken a word tonight.
We all look over at Escher.
And
I look over at Escher and
Yeah.
just like,
Escher is currently pouting. He's
Everybody.
he's sitting back in his chair, lips pursed,
great.
tapping his foot.
Literal child willing to show us how childlike he is, and a child unto name. cannot keep her mouth shut. Good.
Well, other than Asher, she's the newest. She doesn't have the length of time to settle some of her more base urges. Do give her the benefit of the doubt. She could rip you limb from limb at a moment's notice. And she would succeed, darling.
I'm sure she would. And that is why I will not ever contest her in that way. I'm under Strahd's roof, I may say what I like, no?
To a point, I suppose, if you believe it piques his interest.
He wants us alive, all of us. And as long as I can, I know the stratagem is to anger this idiot sitting next to you. You I would not anger, not for sure.
Well, I at least respect your intelligence in that matter. When you were laughing before, I thought the only thing funnier than that would be the snap of your bones.
You could try.
It's funny.
I'm sure it would be quite funny to me as well.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Fucking hell.
God damn it.
No! Every
Stop
time.
doing
She's fucking stupid, alright? Let's all settle this right now. Corin's shtick is
Ballsy!
Corin's shtick is fight me.
There goes your forearm.
Don't regret my
Remember when you had an arm?
When you had an arm. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
That was a grape just welded to the candle.
Why? A grape
The
welded
wax.
candle.
You melted the grape into the candle.
Yummy.
Okay, what do we get?
Grape wax. Oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm so distracted.
I'm sorry.
So wait, D20, right?
Yes, a dexterity
And I rolled-
saving throw.
Did I roll the metal one? Can I
No,
okay,
just
good.
roll.
I rolled this, right?
Yep.
I kind of shuffled. Ooh. It was
Okay.
it was 15.
I have.
15 or 12?
Well,
Well, with either way, it's with dexterity.
Yep.
Oh, plus 3. So.
Dexterity
18.
saving throw.
Ooh,
could be higher.
You might need it.
what does that mean?
Well, it's its own set of kind.
No, it's just plus 3 anyways. Okay, so it's,
Okay.
yeah, it's plus 3 no matter what I do. Sorry, I just wanted to
So an
check.
18?
Yeah, it's an 18.
Okay.
Right. I just something like this.
As you
It's fun.
say that, for the second time, somebody
God.
reaches out and grabs your wrist.
Why?
But this time, she cracks your hand backward, and you feel white hot pain shoot
Deal
up
damage.
your forearm as your hand is broken.
Great.
You're gonna take 4.
What? Okay, and can I do this with no reaction?
40.
Yeah, make a performance check.
Yeah.
Or persuasion.
Or persuasion or performance?
Wait.
Persuasion. Yeah, you're convincing her that it didn't
Your
hurt.
wrist is worth 4 HP.
That's what I rolled.
And it's a 17.
Okay. You keep a straight face. She looks at you and says, "Not as pleasing as I thought. Sorry about your hand."
Sure, it's fine. And I just start using the other hand. Not that I always use my left hand anyway, real
Yeah.
life.
At what point am I going to end up back? in the
You're
city?
back. Yeah.
Oh, wait, am I? Did I? Was I here? for
You're
this?
here for that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're back sitting next to, oh my god, Valenta.
Karen, look at your little hand. Oh, okay. Wait. Do I have? Wait. I have some like rope and stuff I can use to make a little bindle. Oh, look at your little fingers. They're not supposed to look like that.
Oh, it's fine.
No, come on. I studied first aid. I did. Does no one believe? Okay, look. Alright, put your arm like that. I'm just gonna take a bit of cloth. I'm just gonna make a little bindle. Is that okay?
I'm fine.
No, look, I mean your hand's all.
I really
Messed
don't
up.
need it. I need some ice. That's
It
all.
needs to set. If it doesn't set, you'll die.
That is not true. Nothing is like this.
Okay,
my
did you
friend.
study first aid?
know enough about healing to know that's not true.
I feel like you could use a bindle though.
I'm just
I don't even know
gonna
if
lay
it's the
my
right word.
hand across my lap, very still, and not move it.
Okay. Cool.
First aid then.
How long does it take in D&D to for broken bones?
If you do a
Oh,
cure
long rest?
wounds
For sure.
or
I mean, less if you use a bindle.
Sure, long rest or cure.
yeah.
Is that the right word? I feel like I'm using the wrong word.
It doesn't seem right, but cool.
Anyways.
How's Maya doing?
Asher says, I'm sure they're having a great time.
Oh,
He
good.
took me up on the walls my first dinner too.
And how did that go?
Oh, Asher, it's really tasty.
Not at first.
Not on the walls.
Not on the wall, no, but
I'm
later.
kidding, Asher's accent.
Oh, later today?
Later that evening.
Oh, so
Oh.
that's what we should expect
So
for
that-
today?
You went to sleep in this castle then?
I went to bed with him.
Oh, how goes?
Oh, and then what happened?
And I've been here ever since.
There's a lot of
Was it
details
that
you skipped
good,
over.
really?
Was it that good?
I had to ask. You seem rather displeased with someone potentially taking your place.
Oh, I don't think any of you are going to take my place.
Then why would you be so antagonistic to a new one?
Because I don't like how often he does this. Gives people hope that they can be anything more than what they are.
Insight.
Yeah.
I'm inside for this. Fuck. 7.
God, I rolled terrible. I still beat that.
I'm rolling horribly this evening.
As far as you can tell, that's what he means by it.
Great.
Well, I trust you.
I have some more
So-
wine.
Wine?
You have wine.
You know, what if we,
Water. Responsible.
in some kind of fantasy world that isn't this one, what if we decide that we didn't want to marry Strahd and that we were fine being single and just living our best lives in our 20s?
You could certainly do that. You don't have to marry him.
Right, I mean, I'm just not ready for that kind of commitment, you know? I feel like
Well, then certainly I'll lose interest with you very quickly.
well, that's good, right? I mean,
Out of curiosity.
Depends on what you want.
what if I...
Darling Escher, what does it mean to marry Strahd? Because at least where I understand where I come from is a backwater, but still, to marry, we normally only marry one person. What does it mean to marry Strahd?
What it means is you are in a position of elevated power. You have certain privileges and abilities.
So
and
you have married him?
Yes, we are wed.
But what does that wedding look like? Like, am I crazy to ask?
The
As
gown,
an
the rice,
outsider.
Is it a white wedding? Is it...
We are joined by the dark powers
What
in
are the-
eternal union.
Okay, you must
What's the
ask me.
That one.
You must forgive her. Forgiveness. Let everyone drink to my fuck up.
Yep.
You
You must
ask me-
forgiveness.
You must ask me.
You must...
That's what it was. I meant to say you must forgive me.
Water now, I got.
You must forgive me, but the dark power. To a man who so clearly sets so little by the rules of petty gods. Dark powers? Really? Something other than you who marries you in this plane?
I think it's more of a force than a god. It's not really a... We don't have a name for it other than the dark powers.
But what does it feel like?
Ah, it's wonderful. You feel the surge of blackness.
Do I recognize this description?
Not really.
Okay, good. We're good.
Okay.
And then you are changed forever.
Is that a metaphor?
No, I
No, I literally changed.
Oh, okay.
So
Question. No.
Did
Yes.
Strahd change you or did... I'm sorry, something.
Oh, I was wondering, you know that expression, would you rather fight 100 horse-sized ducks or one duck-sized horse?
Yes.
Wait, no,
I think it's
The
the
other-
other way around.
right.
Yes, one horse-sized duck.
Yes.
It's a common tavern question.
Yes, a duck the size of a horse, or 100 horses, each the size of a single duck-sized duck.
Yes.
And I'm just curious, my point is, if we were to put Strahd against all of his brides, which includes you, obviously, like, which would the Strahd-sized Strahd, or would the Strahd's wives-sized Strahd's wives?
Are you
not-
getting lost in the metaphor?
I've been lost in metaphor for a while, but which ones of you will, which one versus,
Are you having a stroke?
who would be more powerful, who would win?
I wrote that one down.
I don't think I've ever asked myself that question.
Like, 5 of you in a circle, just like,
I
he's in
think-
the center, he's like, oh god.
I think he wins.
Really?
Yes.
We'll all go after him like, bam, I don't know how vampires fight, but I assume it's pretty cool.
Mostly
It's mostly like
claws
this.
and teeth.
Claws and teeth. Right.
It's mostly with these.
And Strahd would just lay you on the
Just
ground
like cats.
flat.
Yes, I believe he would absolutely decimate us.
Well, how many wives would you need versus one Strahd?
I don't.
It's a bet. I made a bet
know.
with a friend.
I don't think you're going to find enough wives to defeat him.
But say you got like a ton of wives. Like really fast.
It also depends, like, are they married?
And they had
Are they
swords.
from Windsor?
No, my dears, my question is, and I believe my companion's question is, we met a certain thrall of Strahd's on the way. You're clearly not like that. You have an intellect of your own.
A thrall of Strahd. I don't understand.
Child of mere starved creature.
Oh, one of those stupid rebellion mongrels.
Yes, a stupid rebellion mongrel.
Yes, well, he did turn a few of them for fun, and then he sent them back.
Not as it's worked.
Not as his brides.
No, but what makes you special is my question.
What's the difference?
I believe that we are special before he turns us, which is why he seeks us.
What are your urges?
To feed, to
Nothing.
terrify.
Fair enough.
I apologize, I'm getting restless. Is there any sign?
At this point, the door opens and Amaya and Strahd re-enter.
Does Amaya look okay?
Yeah.
Does Amaya look okay?
Inside check, bitches. Poker face.
Inside.
Inside.
Is that right?
Well, that's gonna be a.
No,
real bad.
it didn't move.
That's an 8.
Let's go, that's an actual good roll. Let's go. Only when it matters the most. Dirty 20. I got a 6. What are you trying to learn?
I got an 8. Wow, I beat you. Not like emotionally, but.
I'm sorry. I need to just straight roll right now. I don't know what has been happening. Yeah, I need
Put
to
the
do
tray
that.
down, girl.
Stop it.
I've been rolling straight, like between, like either a 2 or a 6 this entire
Wait,
evening,
wait,
which is
wait.
why I'm like, what am I doing?
Stop. Go for it.
All right, what am I doing wrong? Is my question.
Well, that's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah,
Told
it's your die.
I fucking told you.
Whoa! You're
I
amazing.
fucking told you.
You have to tap my dice from now
You
on.
have to tap.
So,
oh my God,
Amaya,
it's your dice, period.
what's that happen?
Yeah, you pass it to me and I pass it to
What's that happen?
Thank you. Because I've been like two.
Is your eye shadow running?
Two
No.
6
Primarily calculating,
Yeah, she feels fine.
vaguely traumatized, yeah. No, but more trying to solve the problem than anything else.
What am I reading from Maya's face? Having a nat
With a nat
20.
20.
Nat 20.
Thank God. Once 20. I'm gonna ask you to take my dice every time because this has been bad this evening.
I mean,
She's very torn between 2 options.
Oh no.
Um,
don't like hearing that.
But seems like she's not gonna make a decision without talking to
Well,
people.
yeah, we'll go with conflicted.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Strahd re-enters and says, I hope everyone's been getting along well. Oh, whatever happened to your hand?
She
Play.
refused basic medical treatment.
Corn.
Did you just say corn?
Corn.
Corn? Not corn.
Corn.
Hey,
Stop calling me
add to the
corn.
list.
Corn!
Don't call me corn.
Don't call me corn.
Anyways, I'm gonna pump healing hands and you get 4 health back.
Great.
That-
With that, my hand will be restored because that's what happened when it got damaged.
So hand hold.
Healing hand.
Hold hand.
Literally.
They're
A
hol-
literal healing hand.
Yeah.
Without
holding
flinching.
hands, yeah.
Without flinching.
Also
The bone resets.
the plusle and minor move.
All right.
Helping hand.
Oh, well, that seems to have solved that problem.
Oh, well, I've had a lovely evening, Count Strahd, and appreciate it.
Shandy.
Yes,
Certainly we could have dessert.
I was thinking of taking a smoke break actually.
Yes, we all could have our. I mean, depending on how everyone feels,
What does everyone smoke here?
Well, so
we could each go
whatever you
individually.
So Strahd sits down.
Oh, never mind.
No, Strahd sits down in his chair, and immediately Escher gets up and goes and sits across Strahd's lap and begins playing with Strahd's chin.
Whore.
How are we supposed to do something like this?
What a needy whore.
He goes, well, she is boring as you thought, love. And Strahd looks at him and throws him out of his lap.
Ready, set, go,
Escher
you damn self.
slams into
I
the
actually
marble.
cackle out loud.
Escher slams
I'm
into the
as
marble
bored
wall.
as possible and look at Ludmila.
Escher slams into the marble wall and slumps against the floor
I think Speed's attracted to him again.
before standing up and going, I see.
So do you want the painting to be titled "Irreplaceable" in quotation marks?
Wait,
Or-
hold on. I stare at Esther for a little too long, and then I pull out the corkscrew again and tap on the dining room table, and there's an exact recreation of Escher's face when he hit the wall
that
on
one's
the dining room table.
that one's named "Irreplaceable" quotation marks.
Literally, if Strahd's here, it's right here.
And Escher looks around and goes, well, I hope they continue to entertain you, and storms out of the dining room.
Oh, that makes everything worth it.
Down for you to
Really.
go. What do you do?
And Strahd goes, sorry for that, he is been insufferable this evening.
Yeah.
Brooding and pouting and whatever that was.
Well, let's.
Did you want to take a walk as well?
Yeah, where is there?
I believe there are things to discuss.
I'm certain.
Oh, Tornir, go with our guest. It can only bode well.
Your host, my dear.
Sorry, that was a Freudian slip on my part.
Yeah.
that was a human slip. That was a human player slip. I meant host. Yep.
Only if you show me the finest piece of here.
Or host.
Very well.
We may have to show him the finest. He is quite persistent, as you well know.
Come. And he holds his hand out for you to take.
I'm gonna go after Escher.
Great. And he leads you out of the dining room. Anastasia gets up and follows you.
Wait, who's in this room right now?
Ludmilla. And Valenta.
And is anyone sitting between us? Me and Maya?
No, because Escher's gone.
Oh, Maya, are you doing okay?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know, you seem a bit put out.
Put out?
Yeah. Is that the expression?
I hope I'm not put out by not wanting to become his consort.
No, that's good. That's good. That's what we're trying to hear. Like, he didn't try to pressure you into anything, or
No.
no. You're chill. I mean, I just want to make sure that he's not like playing mind games with us, trying to separate us, make
Oh,
us.
he's definitely attempting to, yeah.
But is he succeeding?
I hope not, but I don't really trust Tornir alone with him, to be honest.
Yeah. Are you afraid they'll...
There's nothing he can give me. I think there's plenty of things he can give Tornir.
Wow, you think we shouldn't trust Tornir? I can't really think of anything that Strahd could give me because I'm already a very happy person. Well, when I'm not in Barovia being tortured by people I thought were my friends. Otherwise, I'm like the happiest camper in the entire camp. Camping happily. But yeah,
I'm just doing sudden reactions.
I just want to go back to my previous life where I don't know. I just want to go back to Waterdeep. Things are
Your previous
good
life
there.
of being a servant?
I was a servant. I was just Well, what about you? Weren't you like a servant or some kind
I
of?
was an employee.
Exactly. There we go.
So your boss paid you, at least.
Yeah.
Except you were also forced to work.
Well, yeah. That's capitalism. Did we not invent that yet? Can I invent capitalism? I'll
Oh no,
add that to
it's
scrunchies.
alive and well in
I can
Waterdeep.
add that to scrunchies and poker.
Okay.
Regardless, even Strahd has his limits, and I think, unfortunately, Tornir's wants are firmly within those limits.
Great. Well, know that my wants are firmly outside of his limits because I don't have that many wants, and he couldn't get them to me anyway. So
I will say, though, while we're here, I'm going to shift into Strahd's chair.
Okay.
He's gone.
Alright.
how does the power feel?
And Ludmilla looks over and raises an eyebrow at you.
See, she's interesting.
She gets up and she goes and sits in the seat you were formerly occupying. You rang.
Seemed curious.
I'm surprised at the boldness.
I firmly believe if he wanted me dead, he would have killed me already, so why not take some liberties?
That is a fair assumption, but don't think that you're out of the woods yet.
We'll see.
We most certainly will. We're gonna flash over to Tornir and Strahd, who have gone into the hallway, and he leads you up the staircase and up a second spiral up onto a third floor. So, you want to see the most impressive piece of art in this whole place?
Yes, something to take inspiration from.
True work of beauty.
Something to remember.
Something to remember. I did hope that we were as alike as I thought. Come. Look. He stops in front of the painting. You look up. And it looks like it's a portrait of Irina. In a blue gown, her hair over one shoulder, strikingly beautiful. This is the most impressive piece of art in all of Barovia. Do you understand?
I do. And yet I'm hounded by the question, did you paint it?
No. I did not. She was captured by the royal painter of the time.
Who?
I don't remember his name. It's inconsequential. No? How many painters go unremembered, day after day, year after year? How many promising artistic minds get lost in the whirlpool of history? Does it matter who painted what, on what day? Does that really leave a mark? I would hope you would.
Is it
really the subject.
It is, and always has been.
Also,
I want to tell you a story. There was a young woman once. Her name was Marinka. She lived in one of the villages. She, much like Irina, looked exactly like her. I sought her, entered her home, spoke with her at length, made my intentions known. But her father and brother were not pleased with my attention, so they drowned her in the river to keep her from me. So I drowned the village. The floodwaters rose. It's a sinking mud hole now. Do you understand how important she is to me? I will stop at nothing to have her.
yes, but I don't understand why. Because you talk about looks. And you talk about this idea that one looks like the other, and one looks like another before. As you just said, it's not about the creator or the painter, it's about the subject.
It's about her soul. It is the same soul. Found it once, and it was taken from me, and I have found it again. I have waited for her to return so that I may have her. She ran from me the first time, was taken from me the second, and I will not let it happen again.
Then why the game?
Because I can't kill her, and I'm afraid that I would. She would fight me, and I would have no choice. I couldn't do that. Not to my Tatiana.
How much of this is planned by you? This idea of wanting to have us protect, but not protect enough so that it escapes your grasp.
No, it has absolutely nothing to do with her. I wanted to test you. Test your worth. Your value. Your deservedness to find a place in history.
Well, like you said, does the creator really mean anything besides the subject?
No, but the creations do.
So, you want me to
Look what I've created. Here. This place, named for my father, this castle named for my mother, they live in eternity because of me, their memories. I created this. I could create many things for you, to honor you. This place will never cease to exist. If you have something that will never die, what would you give to know for the certainty of a legacy? To have the name Torvir spoken as many lips as you can count throughout entire generations. What would you give? I was hoping you would say that. There are things that I need, Tornir. Not least among them, Irina Kolyanovich. Would you do things for me, and I will repay tenfold? Paint me something. Now.
Do I have my thing? Oh no.
He moves his hand, and the easel and paints and palette that were in the dining room are brought up here.
What's in my plate?
I want you to paint what you see. Something true. Something that only you could paint. Performance check.
I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it.
Man, this blend is amazing, right?
Meanwhile, I think I followed Escher in question mark. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I'm still having a whole thing too.
I'm the only one not having your armor right now. Nice.
It won't be enough.
Okay.
It won't be enough. No matter what.
Strahd comes behind you as you begin to paint. He sees you frustrated. He places his hands on your shoulders and whispers in your ear. Pretend I'm not here. Paint what is true. He moves his hand and the canvas is wiped. Try again. I want you to roll with advantage.
It's not enough.
Okay. 26.
Yeah, 26.
26. What do you paint?
I think my parents walking into a tunnel
Okay.
that is pitch black,
Okay.
while the rest of the world is happy.
Okay. He looks at it. And he takes your hand and dips it into the black paint, and using your hand writes your name on the corner of the painting. There we go. Now, your name is on something in Barovia forever. Does that please you?
Yes.
Good. I don't want to harm you or your friends. I want you to realize your potential
know what I can do.
You have so much to give. You'll find a way. I believe in you. Come. We should rejoin the others.
That's the painting.
He waves his hand and the painting disappears and he says, "You'll see." Before you head downstairs, he says, "Is there anything else you need of me?"
Yes.
Anything.
Anything?
What?
The moment's notice. I either want you to give me eternity or death.
On that, you have my word. And he brings you in and kisses you on the cheek. Come. He leads you back downstairs. You all notice a painting appear on the wall of the dining room.
Hey, you know that super ugly painting that wasn't there a moment ago?
You motherfucker.
It's like, what the hell is that?
More.
Is this like
Yeah.
Strahd's idea of redecoration?
Give her more. Yep. No, even one.
I just feel like
hate
physically
that.
repulsed
What?
at the sight of it.
I hate that. Meanwhile, though, I've been misspeaking. I was talking about tinkering, which is different than my infusions. Just put
Okay.
that into the world.
Got it.
However, I would like to mess with my infusions right now. I'm going to drop my enhanced defense, which is my armor,
Okay.
and whatever. I don't know if we're actually gonna like finish the conversation with Ludmilla, but regardless, during that conversation, I'm taking the corkscrew and just very casually tapping it along the like Strahd's goblet.
Okay.
And none of you know this, so shush. But I am infusing sending into the goblet.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Cool.
Good feeling I
As a
still have these
player,
rocks.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm still
Oh yeah,
disappointed.
you still have those rocks.
Those are rocks that will definitely, in a moment of crisis, be able to communicate
Long
with.
gone. Long gone.
But no, he still has
Cool.
them.
So
That'll work.
you followed Escher out.
I did.
Okay. So
What?
you follow Escher out. Anastasia follows you out. And she goes, "Where you going, honey?" Let him have his tantrum.
Does he have those often?
More often than I'd like, certainly.
So he's a cranky baby, you would say.
I would say exactly that.
He's younger than you, then.
Much.
They're so odd when they're that young, no?
I could not agree more. Now, why ever were you so keen on pushing my buttons before? Trying to show off for the daddy?
Great.
Sorry. I had a character laugh there. Puppy Strahd.
Oh,
And
I
show
see.
off for the daddy. Daddy
for the
Strahd.
daddy? For daddy?
For Daddy Strahd.
Nice.
Anyways, brings a glass to hating Matt, the DM, for bringing Daddy Strahd and for some reason.
Puppy
Puppy
Strahd.
Get it.
Oh, it's Puppy Strahd and the Chica Sucia.
You're not gonna
Puppy
stop
Strahd.
hating me!
Bring the hate.
Haters. Anyways,
Haters!
back in character. I don't know.
She comes up to you, she tries to link arms with you.
I'm gonna do the thing where so when you link arms, right? There's the
Mhm.
natural link, and then there's the very stiff. Can you do this with me right now?
Mhm.
It's a this.
Okay, yeah.
Where it's
Never- I've
weirdly,
never
I'm weirdly
That's fake.
I'm
Yeah,
very
yeah.
like
No, for
it's,
sure.
It's very like that. Like when you're in a you're having been in a literal debutante ball. I was in a deb ball. Anyway, look it up on Facebook. You can find the video. Yeah, literally.
Look it up on Facebook.
It
Find
happened
it.
6 years
Send
ago.
it. Put it in our Discord.
So it's a dead ball, very like I'm not here with you, like almost pushing slightly away, but we're still linked arms, so like I'm still allowing the energy in, but I'm like it's a half block there. And just being like, what was your question again? Sorry.
Are you showing off? Why are you pushing my buttons? Are you showing
the
off?
poppy straw bit?
Yeah.
Right.
You believe whatever you want to, darling.
Fine.
It surely can't hurt.
So, are we gonna go find him and make his life a living hell?
I feel like Escher's life is already living hell, is it not? Seeing a pretty young thing take his place.
I suppose, but she is not that pretty.
The newest thing always catches the eye, does it not?
I suppose, but the newest one, she's gonna be a interesting castle mate.
I'm gonna turn my hand and just, my nails don't really extend, but as much as they do, just kind of catch her in its cheeks like this. I just kind of, aren't you pretty?
I suppose I am.
As average as, Lycan on the castle tower.
Right.
As delectable as a half-warm breeze in Barovia. Enticing, but not perfect.
I am 5 times more enticing than you will ever be to him, sweetie.
Oh, I don't want to be enticing this time. Not in that way. So don't worry. I am not your competition.
Fantastic.
I just simply like,
What's your business with Escher?
Can I be honest?
Please do.
He seems like a weakling.
Oh, I was hoping that there was more to you than just a load of strong-arm, cocky bullshit.
Oh, no, that's not.
So there's a plan.
The accent.
Frank, you went to me, girl.
You went southern.
Yep.
So there is a plan.
There is not a plan. Not at all. I would say this. I know me. Look, in no plan ever in the art, in the history of war, was the weak link a bad place to start.
I can't say I disagree with you.
I don't think it's in this case, given that Escher seems as useless as he is. Did you see him pouting at dinner? Like a little bird.
Well, he's still butthurt the fact that Strahd's got a fiance, so...
Of course he is. He's the newest bride, is he not?
He sure is.
The rest of you, including you, have proved yourselves. You stick around.
Exactly.
What is your take? What makes you ruthless? What makes you tick, as it were?
I was a formidable warrior in my time. Could wield weapons greater than most other people that I knew.
Preferable weapon, of course. What was yours? Mine are daggers, which are, I know, small, but I like hearing a great weapon.
But efficient. I wielded a halberd.
I respect that greatly. A great weapon, known to many knights, and
You should see me in armor.
I would like to.
Sure you would. She flips her hair.
Seducing everyone in this castle.
Well, we could spar sometime, I suppose. I'll go easy on you.
I know I'd lose, but still.
Oh.
Merely I wield daggers and you a halberd. How possibly could I win?
Well, you got some pretty sharp teeth of your own, so I'm not counting anybody out. I don't like to underestimate my opponents.
Get real close to her, drop my fangs, just go. And I walk away. I walk back towards the hall.
So you walk back towards the dining room?
Yeah.
Cool.
The close walk.
Yeah.
Nice.
A classic.
Say it.
Great.
Sick.
So you guys are in the dining room with
Ludmilla.
with Ludmilla and
Everyone else is
Valenta.
gone. No, Valenta came after you, right?
No, that was Anastasia.
No, that's Strazia.
Oh, okay, cool.
You guys would be coming down the stairs
Okay.
shortly, so.
Yeah, because I just started the conversation.
Yeah.
Like resolved.
Go for it.
So I'm actually, now that I'm in like his chair, I'm gonna like get like how I'm saying, I'm gonna like crisscross applesauce. I'm gonna like hike up my skirt
Fuck.
and get really chill. I'm turning a little bit like, so what'd you study before you returned?
What did I study? I was a student at the Wizarding Academy on the Sword Coast. I specialized in conjuration.
Is it bad that I had to assume necromancy?
Well, I dabbled, but not nearly as much as I did after I married Strahd.
Is that the powers that you can find without him?
Not quite. It certainly became a larger focus for me, but there you go. There's other powers involved.
Beyond normal vampire? Is it really just time to study?
Study? You make it sound so banal.
There's nothing wrong with studying.
There's nothing wrong with perfecting something.
Would your perfections be tied to deals that he's made? I only ask because for someone of your background, going to bed with someone barely better than a warlock seems like settling, no?
I think you misunderstand the forces at work here. It's not
I
a
think
simple...
his mommy pressured him into a deal that's got him, trapped here? Not all of you trapped here?
Bubble Saga is no mere conduit for a warlock patron.
I'm sorry, who?
Bubble Saga.
What the fuck? Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Baba Lysaga.
Just for my personal notes, I don't think I just not know this, but still. What the fuck?
Cool.
It's episode 2, so.
She's no mere conduit for a deal with a warlock patron.
Then what is she?
She's a witch in her own right.
One witch has got Strahd wrapped around her little finger, keeping him from what he really wants.
If anything, she serves him now. She saw something in him that his own parents didn't.
No, he can never have what he truly wants. More than Barovia. Doesn't seem like a fair trade.
He's well on his way to having more than just Barovia here.
Really?
Yes.
With him sitting in this castle rotting away?
Oh, I would say he's far from rotting. Stagnance is only stagnance until it becomes progress.
Do you see that progress coming?
I see a lot of things.
Quick question. Has the ugly painting appeared in the wall yet?
Yeah.
That's a 26, by the way.
Toyer's painting has appeared.
Okay,
It's
I don't
really
appreciate
good.
this art style. Its smug art sickens me.
Yeah, and Valenta goes, I don't think I've ever seen that one on the wall. Where did it come from?
That signature, you know what? That mother friggin' signature looks really damn familiar. I've seen that signature burn in a fire 50 million times in the past 2 minutes. I have known this one asshole who is out.
One asshole!
Where did all
You know what? I have been doing nothing but eating bland polenta and crawling through poop tunnels this entire evening. And this kind of
It's
sick
me!
of this house. And I need to take my anger out on someone before I just become a nervous wreck. So, congratulations, it's your lucky night.
At this point, I would say that you have re-entered with Anastasia.
Look at that. Is that not the... I'm pointing at the painting.
And Anastasia goes, oh my, someone has quite the gall.
Just getting comfortable.
Well, let's hope it sticks.
Are there any are there any heavy objects on this table?
Yeah, there's a candelabra.
Platters and
Yeah.
cool. Just no reason.
In a short while later, Tornir and Strahd return.
I just want one more thing before you can do
Okay.
that. I'm just gonna lean into Ludmilla as Anastasia comes in and be like, seriously though, how do you tolerate the stupidity around here?
Years of practice.
Cool. Can I toss a platter at Tornir as soon as it comes to view?
Okay, I want
I'm
you.
not saying this out loud, am I?
No.
Oh, that's on character.
Yeah.
No.
Go for it.
I want you to make an attack roll.
Great.
Using your dexterity.
Great. It's gonna be
I allow it.
it's just straight dexterity, no
Yeah.
proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you're not proficient in platters,
Great.
so.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you walk in and you immediately throw the platter. Tornir, do you see it coming and like let it
Yes.
fly at you?
Yes.
Okay, Strahd reaches up and grabs the platter.
But you sold us
flies.
out. I get on the table. You sold us out.
Whoa!
I immediately run to Corn.
I simply don't want violence amongst
What
my
the hell is
dinner
that?
guests.
I point at the ugly painting on the wall.
I don't know the names of all these paintings.
You know the signature.
I go to Corn.
Oh yeah, hiding behind corn. That's
As
what you always
before
do. Just
before
like
you
your mother.
enter the dining room with Strahd, he whispers you, he says, "Look up on the wall when you enter." So you see it as
As I'm going.
Sabine points it out to you.
The second any conflict is happening, my fangs are out. Like I'm in like ready mode.
Well, I can see that everyone is still at each other's throats,
Actually, we really hit it off, and I like lean towards Ludmilla.
and she looks at you quizzically. And Valenta says, "So I assume that we're not going to eat them and drain their blood?" So I goes,
Valenta says that. Who followed me again?
Anastasia.
Great. I straighten up and look at Anastasia and just kind of roll my eyes.
And she seems grateful to have an ally. She rolls her eyes back at
Hold
you.
up, Amaya, back me up on this. I pointed toward here.
Corn.
This guy sold us out.
Corn.
There's a painting so far.
He's joining Strahd.
Okay, painting doesn't mean that. We will reevaluate when we get back.
I hand Corn the painting of her dancing with the song at the tent.
Okay.
Okay. It's a painting of you holding hands with the rest, your center frame with the flame in front of you. And I hope it shows you finding happiness.
Okay. Strahd at this point goes, "Well, I would ask if there is any other business to be attended to, that we do so now. My offer stands as this. Bring me Irina Kuliana, and I will transform your lives. We can part here this very evening in one of two ways. One, as friends, where I seek to do you no harm until such moves are made against me where I am forced to take action. Or two, with the threat that I will hunt you down and rend you limb from limb as my enemies. Do we have a choice?"
You know what?
I would like to talk with you privately.
By all means.
You're seriously just gonna go with this man who's
Sabine, it's
clearly
fine.
You can get the tone after if you want.
in return.
Then you can just
I've made my choice.
Don't tell Sabine what she can do.
And I know
It's
you've
a
made
choice. I'm not saying anything.
Shall we?
But of course.
And Strahd leads you out and takes you upstairs and out onto the balcony that Sabine was on with Valenta before.
Yep.
Korin Savka.
You have my whole name. Sorry. Personal character.
It's okay.
Yep.
You have words you would like to have with me. Considering your abrasiveness towards the entire ordeal, I had lost hope of us being friends. Go on. He gestures for you to take one of the two seats overlooking the balcony. He takes the other.
I just stand behind the other seat.
Okay.
I don't take it.
Okay.
Not yet. Then you must know that I have never gotten to this point. Never gotten to ask. I might as well. No hiding that.
No, there isn't.
Why am I the way I am?
Someone made a choice.
Seems like an accident, does it not?
It certainly may have seemed that way. But as far as I can tell, something more powerful than your comprehension at the time made a choice. And you are the result of that choice.
Leaving me in the middle of the woods. Yes, that was a choice.
Yes.
Starved.
Yes. Nearly.
Not quite.
No. He sneezed.
Strahd sneezes.
Strahd sneezes.
I gotta dust this place.
Did it not
You tell me.
test you?
Tested me in many ways.
Did it not strengthen you in many ways?
No. Yes.
Give yourself more credit than that. Look at you, standing here, facing down certain death at every turn. Any one of my brides could have absolutely torn you apart.
Did
And-
they?
Yes, and then some. And yet you taunt them, taunt me, taunt this whole process. Now I have to ask whether or not that is out of some strange death wish, or whether you really believe yourself that strong.
Do you know what it is to ask a god for death? And for him to deny you.
Yes.
For him to say no to oblivion. And give you everlasting life instead. To not ask for this continuance.
You are still new at forever.
6 years. That has been new. I know that is new. I know that now.
You have an eternity stretching out before you to come to terms with the fact that the world is unfair and unforgiving. Have you? You rage against it every day. Your own abilities serve as an everlasting reminder that you are an accident,
I am an
or the
accident.
victim of one.
And that does not bother me at all.
Does it not?
No! I'm an accident, so what?
Does your skin not crawl knowing that you had no choice? You had no agency? There was no out for you, even when you pleaded for one. You didn't get anything you wanted. Not your family, not your simple life, not even the death you so craved. Does that not reinforce the idea that chaos wins? So I have chosen to control what I know I can control. To give focus to my eternity, however small others might seem. Would you not like a purpose for it? A meaning to it all?
I have none.
But would you like one? Would you like a reason to be what you are?
Yes. It is what I want. More than anything in the world. Because right now, what is life? What is my existence?
A drudge, a slog through the mud of other people's shit.
No, I have learned more than I could possibly dream of. In my small village life, I do nothing. Becoming what I was, it was like a breath of air in the moment that I realized that I felt the pain of what I was, but I also felt the beauty. I wanted to be. I asked for death, but only in a desperate attempt to ask for life.
Because you didn't understand.
No, I did not. But I feel like now I do.
And you haven't felt a breath of fresh air since.
No. Not killing, not anything.
Do you know how that felt? The realization that you were more than just the village barkeep's daughter. That there were pains and joys and dreams and failures that you couldn't have conceived of? Do you remember that feeling?
I do.
Would you like to feel that way again?
No. No, I would not. This is what I felt in that moment. A desire to rip out every throat within a quarter mile, a half mile, a mile. I wanted to wipe that entire heartbeat out. And do you know what I did? I walked step for step, burning the entire way. I nearly killed myself. Wanting. And I resisted thinking of my father's screams. That was the most I've ever felt alive.
The pain.
And I would never want to feel that again.
Because you still seek death.
No. Because I seek assurance I will never meet that again. I know it's not death that can deliver me that. Who knows what is beyond? I've seen every god lie in my existence, lie about what they want, lie about what is beyond. I do not care what the god says.
Then what do you care for?
I want to be absolute.
Unrestrained.
Unforgiving.
You want a reason to let go.
Yes. In a sense.
Did you know that even the souls of those who die here in Barovia cannot leave?
Yes.
They're simply placed in new bodies. You could kill every single person.
I do not want to do that.
But you could.
I don't.
And they would come back, and you could kill them again.
No.
I see.
I begged a god for death before he would let me harm another human being. So I take the dreams of others because it will not take their life. Will not take their lifeblood. So no, I will not settle for harming others.
Then you want to be free.
No. Is that not funny? I like my existence.
You want it to stay the same.
Yes, if it ever changes, I would end it.
Can you smell them? The dreams? The hopes of the people of Barovia?
Yes,
You've been to Valakino?
yes.
Smell the hope that they have for the freedom from this existence.
Yes.
Is it not sweet?
It is delicious.
Then you don't need to kill anyone.
No.
That sweet, sweet, unyielding hope resides here in permanence. You don't need to kill anyone, but you can feed on their dreams.
But does it not take their hope? I've never stuck around long enough to see what it does.
Would you like to find out so that you may know?
Yes.
Good. Then I would like you to try something. For your own edification, not mine. You will know if it succeeds or not. But if it does, then I believe that we have much to discuss. There is a woman in Valaki. Her name is Wakta. She defies the burgomaster at every turn. His festivals. His manufactured joy. She has real hope for the people. Feed on her dreams. See how it tastes. I guarantee no meal you've ever had in your waking days will be as sweet. If that does not satisfy you, then I suppose I can let you live this existence. But if it does taste as good as I think it does, there is plenty more where that came from.
Here's the thing, right? I made this deal with my God. Him promising me it would not hurt a soul. So if you lie to me, if you know something that I do not, if this hurts someone, if I watch it happen, I do not want to know what I will do next.
A part of me does, but a part of me seeks to satiate your desires.
My desires are weakness, as is my life.
As are my desires and my life.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Of course.
Is it possible to overturn this curse?
I believe that it is.
There
Your
will be
curse, you mean?
Any curse of this nature.
Such is the nature of curses. They have a point of origin and a method of undoing.
So say someone was bit by you. Should you be killed, would they be returned to normal?
That's not quite the way that it works.
Would someone turned by a vampire ever be freed?
There are methods
Tell me them.
that have been spoken of, not practiced. Van Richten tried.
How'd that work out for him?
I believe one has to die before the curse is removed. What happens after is hard to say. But nothing is impossible. If I believed that, then, well, I wouldn't be who I am.
So if one killed one afflicted with the curse, they would suddenly wake up normal?
Oh no, they wouldn't wake up. We'd have to figure out how to bring them back.
And if one can't, then
And they are dead. But if they're dead here, they're bound to be reborn.
what's back in limbo?
It doesn't exist. At least not here. The endless waiting room of souls? I think not.
Understood.
Do you have any other questions for me?
A million, 1,000.
Then we shall have to find the time for you to ask them.
Yes. Should we not?
Come. He returns to the dining room with you.
Meanwhile, I'm interrogating this
Yeah,
guy.
no,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
What did he promise you?
There's-
Answer me.
Nothing.
Nothing. What the hell is that then? Signed, I can't even read your handwriting. It's that
But you
bad.
know at least my first name now.
Yeah, I've been
For
practicing.
the once you remembered my first name.
Yeah, well, I got better with practice, so.
That's practice enough, no? Nothing.
Nothing. He just decided to put your painting in the middle of the Hall of His Ancestors. Be like,
Are you saying it's not good enough to be here?
I mean, it's a little blue, don't you think? Like you kind of like melt the blue
I mean,
together.
that's enough.
So you're taking his side.
God, no.
There's not a
So I don't
side.
think it's particularly productive to be tearing it down right now.
There's
Fine,
not a
okay,
side.
painting's fine. I just don't know if it's like worth selling your soul to a demon lord to like
There's
get
not
an art commission.
side to be had.
Oh, you got much of a Strahd, but
We talked.
it's fine.
Just like I'm sure you talked. Just like I'm sure he's talking right now with Porter.
You know, that's all we've been doing is talking. We haven't even figured out how we're gonna, look at the vampires, whatever. How we're gonna get out of this. I mean, we just let him talk to us and talk to us.
We
and
can't
Yes,
leave whenever
and
we
then-
want.
And then we just go. But we listen. And we learn. As I'm sure you learned. As I have learned. As I'm sure Corin will. All I did was paint. All I can is paint. That's what I do.
Well, you know, I
What
feel
a
like
legacy.
Don't mock me. Don't you dare.
A beautiful painting hiding in a room no one will ever see for eternity.
Strahd, you.
I thought you of all people would think about something more than life it is now. About something more than it is
Yeah, I want
to
a life that
live.
isn't stuck in this town. If you're content here, turn off your pains to these same 5 people over and over again.
They're not even that attractive.
People?
Yeah, I mean,
It's not really a place to say, to be honest.
yes.
Yeah, they're pretty attractive.
They're alright.
They're pretty attractive.
That's beside the point. Okay,
Yeah,
the point
yeah.
is, you're going to be a pretty lonely painter if this is going to be your workshop for eternity. I'm just saying. Isn't the point of art to
Show it to people.
show to the world, like to filter the world through the lens of the artist, to take something that no one's ever seen before and present it to someone who's never seen it, to present.
Do you know who's in that
perspectives.
painting? Tell me right now who that is.
It's a landscape.
Is that all you see? Tell me right now, is that all you see?
Birds, a lot of.
What else? Birds, what else?
There are 2 figures. Okay.
What else?
Well, no, we can't see the
They need a
figure.
visual reference. So there's an entrance to a tunnel that is black and 2 figures walking towards it and a landscape surrounding.
And we can identify the figures, or
No.
You know,
What do you see?
I see 2 people. Does this look like Barovia?
No, it doesn't.
It looks like a memory.
I wait for Corn.
Before Strahd opens the door to the dining room, what would you like to ask?
Your gods, whatever turned you, it's allowed you to choose this, no?
Yes. I made a choice.
Okay. I have a question to ask you.
Yes.
My god will not allow me a choice. What says your gods are greater?
They are not gods.
What would you call them?
A force. An entity beyond description.
I know mine is a god, but I do not know how to describe him or them. I do not know.
It's all right. There are so many things gone unanswered. You will find answers for, and we can find answers for. You do not need to be swinging your arms in a dark room looking for the knob to the door that leads out. Such questions have answers that take time.
As long as I can function and be a rational person,
For now, yes.
I'm okay. I'm alright. This face a new day now.
Yes. A new day. Strahd enters the dining room with Corin.
I look at Corin, insight check.
I run to Corn.
It's gonna be neat.
Do I roll?
You can do deception or persuasion, whatever you feel like applies.
It's persuasion at this point. No, it's the 16, I believe.
Okay.
11 plus. Yeah.
Corin
16.
seems
Totally normal.
pretty regular.
I look at Amaya. What do you think?
Well, my guests, this has been a most interesting evening. I would like to offer a moment alone, Sabine, if you would like it.
You know what? I actually would not like it. I know how this game ends, and I am tired of playing it. Let me guess. You promised Amaya a shiny new robot body, or if she prefers, a shiny new human body. You decided to give Torvin his own wing of the palace, where his artwork could be the last thing your victims see before you drain them of life. Maybe Corinne over here will get all the dreams she can eat, or however that works. I still don't understand it. But you know what? You're gonna take me aside, and you're gonna tell me I'm special. I am a specialist little being, or whatever, and that if only I just saw things from a new perspective, if I had someone by my side to show me exactly the person I could be, I could live on top of the world, I could do whatever I want with my powers, maybe even discover new ones I never even knew I had. You know what? You're not the first person to tell me I'm special. You're not the most powerful person to tell me I'm special. I could have sat at the right hand of a god, and I decided not to. I decided a long time ago that the things you could offer me are not the things I want in my life. So you can offer me whatever it is you have, but the thing is, I already let go of it a long time ago. I chose a completely new life with completely new friends, and I'm happy with it. I know you probably look at me and you see, of course you see a victim that's refusing to be exploited, which doesn't make sense because either way I'm going to be your victim. But you also see maybe somewhere a potential ally who can help you get things you want. But I don't want you to have the things you want, and I already have the things I want. So I feel like this deal is done. Thank you for the polenta. I wouldn't use Gouda, but that's just my opinion. And if you could just show me the way out, it's actually kind of cold in here. So yeah. Also, you never complimented my dress. Oh my god, this cost a fortune. Like, you know, I don't wear this normally.
It's a wonderful dress.
Great, too late, alright? Anyway, yeah, I have not had a fun time. Your whole looking jamboree here is just creeping me out, so yeah, I'd love to go back to...
Hey, Sabine,
Yeah?
you're not wrong. He offers what he cannot give. May I toast to a life free of Strahd.
But I think I know how we part. Please leave. Now.
But of course.
Thank you.
And I look at which was the one that I was having
Anastasia?
Anastasia. I look at Anastasia and just blow her a kiss.
I'm gonna try to hang back for a second. I don't know if I'm
If
just
you
gonna walk.
want,
Amaya,
you can always call me.
you coming?
No,
And I'm just gonna leave.
Okay.
This
Rahadin enters the dining room.
no reaction from Anastasia. Okay.
Alright, the carriage is out front.
Where is Strahd currently, since I'm still in his
He's
chair?
he's by the entrance to the dining room. So you can walk out, and if you would like to be the last one to leave, okay.
I just hang back long enough to like coming out of the chair, make sure I touch the goblet at least once to like.
Okay.
And then the matching thing, I'm taking a napkin. I smuggle that away.
Okay.
And I'm going to lean in as I pass and say, make a better offer and we'll talk. Keep going.
Get home safe. Cool.
And I'll catch up and go next to Sibi.
Oh, what kept you?
Intimidation.
And as the four of you are escorted out of the Castle Ravenloft by Rahadin, and led to the black carriage awaiting to take you back towards the village of Valaki, the sky dark and filled with thunder and lightning booms overhead as we end tonight's session.
Hey Matt, do you want to kill the lights?
Woo!
Kill the
What's the lights right now?
Kill the
no,
light.
No, kill the switch just for the effect of the candle.
Oh.
So
Bro,
thank you so
now.
much for anyone tuning in or watching on YouTube in the future. Let's talk episode titles real
Ah.
quick.
Oh shit.
I actually have a lot this.
Alright, wait, let
Oh,
me
wow.
go back to like the.
Oh my
the
god,
happy
you
music.
guys!
That was fun. I'm the only person. Not like in real life.
Oh shit.
Actually very bad, but wow.
Alright, I have a lot.
Strahd, baby!
So I can start if we want.
Let's go.
So
What do we got?
Intimidate with foreplay. Strahd the Bi King.
Bye, King.
Jilted gay lover.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is with all this licking?
Are you?
And a correction, my tongue has been in my mouth this entire night. Watch each other shit and sorry. Ooh, watch each other shit and piss in the
In the open.
thank you. The poop tunnel. The chamber pod of secrets. What the hell? Where does this stuff go? A duck-sized duck. A Strahd-sized wife. I don't why I wrote this. Then I wrote down Baba Lasaja.
Baba the Saga!
I have one horse-sized duck. Common tavern question. Licking. My tongue has been in my mouth. Watch each other shit and piss in the open. Medieval bathroom hole and in the poop tunnel. And then just because it was so savage, it's actually kind of cold in here. Okay.
I have the poop tunnel, aka TBT, chamber pot of secrets, and I also have 6 years of forever.
Sounds like a great romance novel.
That's what
Yeah.
it said.
6 years
God
of forever.
damn it.
6 years.
All right. Thank you so much to anybody tuning in. We will be restreaming this session next Sunday. So if you want to rewatch all of this absolute chaos, tune in next Sunday. Otherwise, we will see you back for a new session 2 weeks. Yeah, I think that's it. Cool. What do we say to the internet? Cluck, 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 cluck.